but this airplane's had very little done to it over the years. So.
And there was a gun. There was a gun straight up.
There would have been, yeah.
Oh, that's great. Thanks.
A little less of a jump there. I got to do. I tell you, it's hard for me to get in there.
Anybody else? But
yeah. So going back to the story, this airplane was accepted by the Air Force, Army Air Corps in December of '44. Shipped to Italy in '45. Came back in January '45. Came back from Italy in July of '45, and was kept in the U.S. Air Force inventory till '57. Originally converted to a TB-25J, which was ultimately just de-arming it. They put in these second seats up here and what have you, a few minor things. And then in '51 it was converted to a TB-25N, which was putting on a little more powerful version of the same R2600 engines. Then in '57, I believe September of '57, it was taken out of service and sent to Davis-Monthan, and along around March or April it was bought by its first civilian owner. So it's had a good long history, and Talashe owned it for the last 29 years, and it was in various exhibits around. The last one was at the Marx Museum in Akron, Canton. And then Ken bought it just about a month or 2 months before Talashe passed away last fall. So this is hopefully its last home for a while again.
What's the name of the home here? Your new organization?
Well, Pacific Warbirds. You taping this?
Yes,
Okay.
YouTube.
So yeah, Pacific Warbirds. Ken and I started the group based on his fascination with the airplanes, and his, aside from this, he has collected a second B-25J that was a fire bomber that crashed, and it's waiting to be restored. We've got two P-51Ds. One's flyable, one needs to be rebuilt. We've got two F-4 Corsairs, an F-4U-4 and an FG-1D to be rebuilt. We've got Hurricane, Mark 16 low-back Spitfire, an F-8F Bearcat, P-63 Air Cobra, small fry, which has some pretty good history in the Pacific in the Second World War. We have a Stearman, and he just picked up an AT-6G package that's been in Thailand for a number of years at an airport, so we're going to restore that. And then we're starting to pick up parts to do a P-38 project, but that's going to be very long term. He's calling you. I think he wants your picture. But we've got the leftover spares package from Glacier Girl, the P-38 that spent 50 years or so in the glacier in Greenland, and they restored it. And we also have the parts package, or I should say the remnants, of California Girl, which had an accident in Duxford, England in '95. So we've got a lot of the bits and pieces, a lot of good template parts. And you know, long term we're going to be looking for an airframe or some kind of a project we can apply these to do a P-38. So
what number
very ambitious
is this aircraft, so that somebody recognizes it from their history, from this video, they can contact you and say, I was in that airplane?
That's a very good question, and right now I can't tell you. The interesting thing about this airplane, or one of them,
I see a number up here that says 3161G.
Yeah, that would be the FAA number on it, the N number. I can't tell you what the tail number on this airplane is right now. I believe it ends with 44306 or 30324. I think it was the tail number on this airplane. Let's see if the card's in here and it's still true. Whoever painted this back, heaven knows when, put a tail number and a paint job on this that seems to have absolutely nothing to do with this aircraft. So yeah, not too far off. 44-3024 was the Army Air Corps serial number on this aircraft. And it was originally a TB-25J-25-NC. So it would have had the full bomber armament package with it was one of the last with a single fixed 50 caliber in the nose plus a flexible 50. It had the 4-gun pack guns on the sides, twin 50s in a Bendix top turret. In the back, 2 waist 50 calibers, and a pair of 50s in the tail. So it was a pretty basic everything TB or B-25J when it went to Italy. As far as its bomb load and all, it carried up to about 4,000 pounds of bombs, and in this particular series, the -25 series, it would have also been fitted for chemical tanks and bomb racks on the wings. And just about 20 or 30 aircraft after this, when they went to the -30 series, they added a second fixed gun in the nose and also rocket racks out there. So it conceivably at some time could have been converted, but we don't believe this one was, because I don't really see all the bits and pieces. But in the conversion to a TB-25, they've taken off the wing marker lights, and obviously all the guns and the turrets are out of here. The top turret, just as a little point of interest in this airplane, the Bendix turret had a big post that came down to the floor, and where I'm standing right here, these 2 seats wouldn't have been here, and this was the navigator top gunner's spot, and the turret would have come down, so you would have blocked a lot of that room to crawl through here. So what everybody has done, Executive Suite, Heavenly Body, almost all of the other restorations, are actually using the Martin B-26 turret, which suspends from the roof structure, so all this remains open. And it makes it a little more open in here. You get the extra glass up there, so there's more light in this little area. Plus, we'll still be able to salvage these 2 seats for people that ride with us and crew as we go.
Thank you.
Any other questions? I'm happy to help.